Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
I'm supporting Bernie Sanders.
I'm going to support Bernie.
I'm voting Kasich this election season.
Nobody.
Nobody.
That's right. Well, I don't like the policies that are being thrown around here. Trump, of course, is a extreme radical, very scary man to have for president. On the other hand, though, I'm not totally down with socialism, so I'm going to be voting independent this November.
He, I believe, has the best plan for our future as a country, and I think he's been honest. He has kept his same views for the past almost 30 years, and again, I think he has the best layout and plan for our future, for our country.
I like the Democratic Party, but I think it needs to, or all parties need to split. We need to have more than just two parties. So I like how he's a democratic socialist and kind of splitting up the Democratic Party.
I like his political views and his political stance, and yeah.
I like Bernie because he supports a lot of the things that I believe in. I think that he's good on the environment.
I'm obligated to support Kasich as he is the most middle candidate on either side, and he has shown this by really not really targeting certain groups. He's not all as politically correct as he sometimes should be, especially when saying Muslims rather than some of the Muslim countries in the Middle East. And he's been very mature this election, while many of the other candidates, especially on the Republican Party, have not been.
Free tuition.
One thing is for funding for education. I think that our public schools for college should be free.
I like the idea of him supporting free education.
$15 minimum wage. I'm not sure if that would help or hurt the country, but I have a lot of friends who it would help.
Majority of his foreign policy I agree with. Again, it's just some of the political correctness that when he's being interviewed that he needs to work on a little bit. He also has shown a lot of of trying to take some of the processes, especially when it comes to minimum wage, that they've used in Ohio and that have worked in Ohio, and he's planning on using them on a higher on the national level. He's shown empirical evidence on that they work for a majority of his policies, and that is part of the reason why I'm supporting it as well. I think the media is very much helped this election become more of a circus than it already was. Mind you, it's not much considering how much detriment Trump has caused during it, especially over Twitter, Facebook, and a lot of, as well as his control of the media just due to how much money he has.
I think Donald Trump has helped make it a reality show, but it's good. It's getting people involved more than we usually are.
There's certainly a lot of media coverage. Trump is getting his free advertising, even though he's a billionaire, he doesn't even need to pay for his advertising. And then, of course, Bernie Sanders is getting a lot of traction as well. I've seen a lot, on the internet and stuff like that. A lot of people are supporting Bernie. So obviously, those are the two main ones. Hillary, of course. Why is that even a question?
I try not to watch too much news per se, but I have heard that the media doesn't cover a lot of Bernie's victories. That they really like to focus on Hillary, which is too bad, I think.
And how do you feel about media coverage this election cycle?
It's nonstop. I mean, it is what it is. Like, media coverage is nonstop, and it's biased depending on which station. And so, if you're conservative or a liberal, you're either going to watch CNN or Fox, and you're going to hear what you want to hear.
How do you feel about media coverage this election cycle?
I feel like it's almost like swayed to have teenagers hate somebody or have teenagers like somebody versus what they look like and what they do and say instead of what they're actually going for, like what they're running for.
I really don't know, actually. I haven't been following it close enough. I think they're helping to push Bernie Sanders into the race. If it wasn't for the young people, it would definitely be, a Hillary Democratic nominee. But I think if enough young people get behind Bernie Sanders, we have a chance to pull through.
Well, I've noticed that a lot of them are going for Bernie Sanders just because he is the most socialist, which younger voters do tend to go for. Though the less educated younger voters, especially those who are just getting out of high school, aren't really looking for a degree, didn't do well in high school, and a lot of just less educated people in general, I've noticed have been voting for Trump. Mind you, that is only of the people I've met. I'm sure there are some educated people voting for Trump. He's very interesting and he will cause change. It's just my opinion won't be good change.
Well, because I know a lot of youth voters, I'm hoping that they'll get out and actually vote. And if they actually vote, I think that Bernie will have a better chance.
Well, I feel like a lot of people are coming in, they're just voting, in the first or maybe second election. Obviously a lot of people are going to be leaning a little bit more to the left. So there's a lot of young people I know supporting Bernie Sanders. Me personally, I'm just not down with his policy.
Us young people aren't taking it as seriously as we need to be, but hopefully it has a good effect on the future, and hopefully we get a better grip on it, and hopefully we understand we're not voting just for looks and for fun, and we're voting for actual reasons and political views and looking forward and stuff like that.